as we'll be doing it, realize that. And I promise you that I'll share with you some of these notes so that you check some of those areas that I'll have not mentioned well as you follow this session.
Okay.
Yeah, then we have next one. I think I need to tell you about the list. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I can proceed. So, members who have just come in, we are passing through the data types in Python. And just to mention a few, we have shared some of the Python data types that are available. We have one, we have float. Float is in form of decimal. It can be more than one decimal, like if it is 1.23 or 1.5. That is a data type in Python. We have an integers. An integer is just a whole number, and you can have it. Let's say we always say it ranges from 0 to 9, whereby you can create there some of the values that you want. I have touched about the boolean. Boolean gives you either it is either true or false, and I gave Olive an example of if you want values which are greater than 5. So if you program it in Python, you put there the condition. Uh, so when you give out the input, let's say you put 4, so it checks if it is below, it is less than 5, it gives you for a false. So it only give you the true values, like if it is 6, say it is true. So it checks in between the two. That's a data type also in Python that you need to know. Then we have list. A list is generally like purpose mostly why used in data structures. And if I remember very well, data structures, we have those like the last in, first out, first in, first out. So as we move on, you'll try to learn about it. So a list of, like, you can have a list of fruits. In Python, there is a way under which you can give out, program it, and I'll allow my colleague also will be sharing with you. I'm just trying to mention to you that you know it. We are giving you the theoretical part of it on the data types, but we'll be showing you, demonstrating to you on how you can do it in the using the Python editor platform or the interpreter. I have told you we have the online one, and also my colleague whom I always call the engineer will share with you also the other platforms that you can install in your machine, and I encourage you to do so. So like if you are seeing my screen, those who have joined, example of a list, like if you have a list of numbers, let's say from 1 up to 10, you can always define them. And when you have already defined your list, let's say uh, fruits like banana, oranges, mangoes, there are three. Then you want to print that list. It will always call back what you have already defined for it to give you as an output in Python. And I've told you some of these programming languages are it's almost the same. Something that always changes mostly it is the syntax, the way you write those lines, and the syntax, the logic, how it will give out the output. So when we'll be sharing with you how to write some of those codes, be very keen with how they write it. They differ. If it is in C, it will be different with Python. But some of these things like data types you find here, we have integers, the other side we have integers, list, the other sides there. But how you define it is what differs at a given point. Allow me to touch on something. small, then I allow engineer to proceed. Then I'll come in again after he has touched on something that I had already told him about. Variables. Variables are nothing but reserved memory location to store values. And my dear students, you'll find that a variable, like if I have s is equals to 10, then I have a is equals to 5. I want just to open my allow me just to open. You'll see me. I want to use the online one to share with you so that I show you how you can create a variable and you assign it, let's say, a value. Just a minute, then you see it. Mhm. So, are you able to see my screen on what I've launched there on about the online interpreter for Python?
No.
It is not visible. Let me try to go back here. Yeah, I want to go back on the same. Share. Full screen, huh? Are you able to see it now?
No.
Engineer, are you seeing what my screen? Yeah, I've done it right away. Hmm. So let me just do it again. Share full screen. Uh, online. Let me share that one. Are you seeing it now?
Yes.
You're okay, yeah? So,
Yes.
like, for example, uh, this one is just like if you want to have, let's say, a variable in Python. One, like if I can say s is equals to 10, and what is that? What is that data type of that one? Who will tell me the type of data type I've used there? S is equals to 10. Then I say a is equals to 5. Uh-huh. Who can tell me?
List.
Is it Alice? Uh-huh. You have tried. Next. Uh-huh. Any other person? So you are saying that one is a list, huh? Engineer. Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry. Uh-huh. So how you assign the variable, Allah, he will tell you. Don't worry. There is something that you need just to observe there. So like I've assigned s is equals to 10, and a is equals to 5. So that's how you assign your variable. So if I want, let's say, to print the value that is available in, let's say I want to print the sum of the two values, like I'll say print into bracket, then let's say plus b a plus b. If I go to if I run my program, it's supposed to, let's say this one, it will print exactly a plus b. When I want it to add, let's say, these two values, I must remove the opening speech mark and the closing one. So if I remove this one, you'll see something changes. It will call the memory what is located either in a or s. Sorry, it is not b. Just put the s. Then when I run it, it's supposed to give me something of 15. Are you seeing Olive? Hello?
Yes, yes.
So you see S was
I'm
10.
seeing.
I have assigned S10. I have assigned A5. Now I want
Yes.
it to print for me A plus S. So it must check what is it available within the memory of the while we have assigned the memory of A to be 5 and S to be 10. So if I want to find the addition of the two, it will have to go and call A, which is 5, S, which is 10, to give me the output of what? 15. Am I clear? Am I clear, my colleagues? Let me call you colleagues.
Yes, yes, yes. We are getting you.
Thank you. So let me proceed again. That's how I've just shown you how to create, let's say, a variable. I want again to share something. Let me go back to where it is supposed to be. So the variables, based on the data type of a variable, the interpreter allocates memory and decide what can be stored in the reserved memory. I have shown you an example. The reserved memory for S is equals to 10. It was, I think, 10, but the reserved memory for A is equals to 5. Therefore, by assigning different data types to variables, you can store also integers, decimals, or characters. So the way I asked, what is the data type? You find that that one was an integer that I used here. So let's assume I want to use, let's say, a float. Let's say um, W is equals to, let's say 12.5, and then we go F is equals to 1.3. Then we move here and say print, print into bracket, we print W, let's say, remove there, let me remove that, W times F, W times F. Then when we run this program, let's see, it is giving us 16.25. Are you seeing that? Yeah, good. So you see that one has given us a float. But there was something that I wanted to share with you. Like I told you, if I define, let's say, 12, I make this one to be 12, W, the memory, the variable for W to be 12, then for this one to be, let's say, 7. I want to run it, and then you see what will happen. It is giving you what? 84. Let's say I want to divide it without the decimal part of it. I want to see what it will give you. So it gives you the float. So 1 point that everything there that is supposed to be displayed. So it has given you the output. So always when you give out the memory, let's say you have reserved reserved memory for W. Let's say it is 12. For F is 7. I've said you can change it to be a decimal.